All right, we are coming at you today from Devil's Jump's Overlook.
It is amazing. You want to stick around for this one, believe me.
Definitely so. So stick around, give us the thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't.
Get that back there. Look
no, don't give it away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Hide that.
We have searched high and low all over McCreary, Kentucky, and really the rest of the world, and we have finally found the jump name for Melody. You're the devil in the skies. Oh, yes, you are.
I was thinking devil with the blue dress. Although I'm not wearing a blue dress today.
Well, let's go look at the overlook. What do you say?
Okay.
So it's literally just off the road, a little bit above the Blue Heron coal camp that we just went through.
Yes, Devil's Jump Overlook.
So far, I'm very impressed with the trail. It's paved.
And we don't know how far that this is going to be of a walk, but it looks paved, so that's a good sign for us.
Yeah, and we're committed. We're in for the, if it's last 10 miles, just join us.
No.
We're committed. Make the first step. We're not as close as we thought it was going to be.
We're like 100 feet from the car.
Well, I'm still saying, I'm just saying the devil must be in pretty decent shape.
Probably so. Look at how steep it's going to get.
Yeah. Steep as a devil's pitchfork or something.
Yeah.
Well, we've been zigzagging all over this place, haven't we?
Well, you're a little dramatic as usual, but we got to a fork, like a pitchfork.
Yeah.
And it didn't have a sign saying which way that the Devil's Jump Overlook was, so we just took a right, and it was obviously not the right way.
So we were deceived, weren't we, by the father of lies?
That's
father
right.
Of all lies.
The devil strikes again.
Yeah. You want to climb Lucifer, Beelzebub, Mephistopheles, whatever, he got us.
He deceived us.
He deceived us. Chalk one up for the old devil. Well, success. It says Devil's Jump Overlook this way, so onward Christian soldiers.
That's exactly right, and it's part of Blue Heron Loop, but then it kind of forks off to itself for the overlook.
So don't be deceived.
Yes.
Well, as far as deceive me, we have found it.
Think that we found it.
Yeah, to stick with the
And
theme.
for anybody that's interested, from the parking lot, it's probably like a quarter of a mile. We did get turned around a little bit.
But it's nothing. It's paved the whole way. And
oh, this is beautiful.
yeah, gosh, this is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. You can see the water down there.
Man, this is unreal.
River.
This is glorious.
Oh, it is.
Oh, gosh, we look at that.
Look at that. Oh, my gosh. It is. It's gorgeous. Wow.
Devil's Jump, man. This is worth.
So, are we on the Devil's Jumps, or are we looking at the Devil's Jumps?
Yeah, the good folks of Kentucky need to hype this more.
Oh, yes. Absolutely gorgeous.
I am spellbound. I love the name. That's what drew us up here.
Yes.
But boy, the view. I can't even believe my eyes.
I know. I love all the big rocks in the river.
Yeah,
and
something about it very unique, isn't it?
And like you said, those look like they could be like a shelter or something. I bet it's had this name since Native American Day.
Okay.
But again,
I'm sure there's a story, but hopefully we can find out.
just speculation. So they got a little shelter you can sit under, get out of the heat, and take in this glorious view. It's glorious. Maybe that's one of the Devil's Jumps too.
Big.
So we could speculate a little bit about the name because I didn't really see anything that showed. But I would bet that these are the jumps. So we're not actually on the Devil's Jump, but these are jumps.
I can believe that hypothesis.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Man, that's gorgeous.
It really is.
Absolutely gorgeous.
It's underrated, isn't it?
It really is.
I've never heard of this place.
Are you in awe?
I'm in awe.
You look like you're in
I'm
awe.
thinking about jumping.
Well, you are a devil sometimes. Look at that bird. Oh, gorgeous. All right, so we found the story of how Devil's Jump got its name.
And it is a good story.
It's a good story.
We wouldn't butt back in here in this video if it wasn't, right?
No. So,
trust us. You know you can trust us.
Yeah, so we'll share it here.
Yes.
So in the early 1800s, there were 5 Beatty brothers, and they come into Lick Creek Valley in southern Kentucky. These brothers were Alexander, Andrew, James, Martin, and William.
Not Ned? Ned Beatty? Oh,
no. All were born in Pennsylvania and migrated from East Tennessee and Virginia to this area of Kentucky, which is now a part of McCreary County. Each brother was interested in acquiring land, and this they did in vast amounts. Martin seemed to obtain the most acreage. One tract contained 123,000 acres, and he was a driller of salt wells. Martin refined this salt brine into salt, a valuable product at the time. He leased land for this purpose and paid the state a royalty in salt, similar to the methods today when oil and gas are found in and sold from wells. Salt wells that supplied much needed salt for the early settlers were in the Bear Creek section of McCreary County, Kentucky. It was near the mouth of Bear Creek that Martin Beatty of Monticello, Kentucky, about the year 1819, began drilling a new well, hoping to bring in more salt water.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay. Using a foot-powered drill, Martin and his crew drilled deeper and deeper, searching for the salt brine. Eventually, they drilled so deep, they became concerned about the depth of the well, fearing that they might actually drill into hell.
Oh my God.
Finally, they did strike something, but instead of salt brine coming out, it was a black, smelly, sticky liquid which came oozing out of the pipe. They had struck oil in what some say was the first known oil well in the United States. These explorers did not know what oil was, and since they were of a religious nature, they were disturbed about the newfound product.
I bet so.
I know. When they saw how this smelly, sticky black substance burned, they were convinced Martin had drilled into hell, so they called this substance Devil's Tar.
Devil's Tar.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
So Martin and his crew collected samples of this unknown product and designated one of the men to go down the river on a raft to find out what this substance was, also to see what use it could be. Since it was already feared, though, that they had drilled into hell, the raftsman was apprehensive about the trip. He feared the devil himself would take an evil attitude because they had removed part of hell.
Oh man.
When the raftsmen reached the worst part of the rapids, the raft overturned, which spilled the oil into the water. When the raftsman returned back to the crew, however, he told a slightly different story. According to him, all went well on his trip until he reached the rapids. At that point, where the river flowed swiftly between large rocks, there the devil himself leaped from one of the large rocks onto the raft, sank the raft, and grabbed his property when last seen by the raftsman. The devil was headed up the west side of the river along a small creek with a cast of property under each arm. Since that day, the rapid has been called Devil's Jump.
Oh my goodness, that's a great.
So it wasn't the rocks we saw, it was the rapids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devil's Jump.
You have an overlook of the rapids and Devil's Jump.
It's crazy.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, Devil's Tar, that was a good name too. I feel like the environmentalists would call oil that now.
Probably so.
They hate the fossil fuel so bad. It's Devil's Tar.
Yeah. I was just thinking too how people say, like our accent, we say oil is one syllable. Oil.
Yeah, oil.
Oil.
When you say Devil's Tar, first thing I think about is my flat tires. I get Devil's Tars every now and then.
Yeah, you do. Well, we had to share that story.
Yes.
So we are really enjoying this. It may be called the Devil's Jumps, but we're really taking in God's beauty and blessings.
We found out why it's called the Devil's Jump. So beautiful, he couldn't stand it. He just had to hop on. He couldn't take it.
That's right.
I love this. We love it so much we got on our bottoms to sit here Indian style, just to soak it up and give you this nice little shot.
And take this view in. Yep, every little bit of it.
This was a home run here. This is our little secret now. I mean, I can't wait to be able to come back to here again someday.
Yes, definitely so. Maybe with a sandwich or two.
Yeah, maybe a sandwich. We're a little hungry.
Yeah, we're a little hungry. All right, guys, we will see you on down the road.